This is Zed Collects. Welcome to Collecting the 2001 Diamondbacks series, where I research and collect a trading card of each of the 54 players and coaches on the 2001 Arizona Diamondbacks roster. This episode, our player is Bobby Witt, Sr. Bobby Witt was born May 11, 1964 in Arlington, Virginia. He attended the University of Oklahoma and was drafted by the Texas Rangers with a third pick in the first round in 1985. He would then make his MLB debut on April 10, 1986. Witt had a reputation for his control problems, leading the league in walks that year. This generated him the nickname Witt and Wild, a play on the nearby water park Wet and Wild near Arlington Stadium. On August 2, 1987, Witt struck out 4 batters against the Baltimore Orioles in a single inning, a feat only accomplished by 93 pitchers. According to MLB rules, a batter becomes a runner when a third strike is not caught by the catcher with no runner on first or when there are 2 outs. In that context, the batter could still make it to first, but the strikeout is still counted. Statistically, Witt's best season was in 1990, with his lowest ERA of 3.36 and striking out 221 batters in 222 innings. In 1992, Witt was traded to the Oakland Athletics along with Jeff Russell and Ruben Sierra for Jose Canseco. On June 23, 1994, Witt came close to pitching a perfect game, but was lost by a botched call on a close bunt play. Entering free agency, Witt would sign with the Florida Marlins in 1995, but would end up being traded back to the Texas Rangers. On June 30, 1997, Bobby Witt was the first American League pitcher to hit a home run since Rorick Harrison in 1972, and the first home run made in a regular season interleague game. That bat now resides within the Baseball Hall of Fame. In 1998, Witt would be traded to the St. Louis Cardinals. Witt would once again be in free agency in 1999, but got a roster spot on the Tampa Bay Devil Rays with a non-roster invite during spring training. Witt's short-term contract then led him to signing with the Cleveland Indians in 2000. This season had injury limiting him, and it put up his worst ERA for his career, which would result in Cleveland releasing him in May 8, 2000. Bobby Witt was signed by the Diamondbacks on the 4th day of the regular season on April 4, 2001. He pitched 14 games, with his regular season ending against the Brewers on October 7th. Witt was brought in at the bottom of the 4th inning after the Brewers had managed to come back after trailing 4 runs. First pitch is a home run, and Brewers tacked on 4 more runs before Witt is able to close the inning 4-10. Final score for that game would be 5-15. Luckily, this would not be the end of his MLB career. He'd make an appearance in Game 2 of the National League Conference Series against the Braves in the 8th inning, mostly playing mop-up. However, in what would be his last MLB appearance, he was brought in during the 8th inning to relieve Randy Johnson in Game 6 of the World Series. He would keep the Yankees scoreless that inning, and Witt and Wild's final pitch in the Major League would be a strikeout. Bobby Witt would retire after the 2001 season, finishing his MLB career as a World Series champion. Currently, Bobby Witt is a player agent and most notably represents his son, Bobby Witt Jr. Locating a 2001 Diamondbacks card for Bobby Witt was impossible. I don't believe one exists. Even if you look at cards made after 2001, they feature him during his time with the Rangers, which makes complete sense. Also, just trying to sift through results, being that I'm looking for Bobby Witt Sr. was a task in itself. However, I did come across a card as close to 2001 and a conversation piece. I give you MLB Showdown. This was a collectible trading card game made by Wizards of the Coast from 2000 to 2005. Wizards of the Coast makes Magic the Gathering and was the first publisher of the Pokemon trading card game from 1999 to 2003. I mention that because the Bobby Witt card I got happened to be a first edition. Shout out to SportCardCollectorz with a Z on eBay for the card, linked in the description below. I have a Pokemon card here made by Wizards of the Coast, and you can see the first edition stamp matches. The other interesting note for this card is that while it was a 2000 edition, it features Bobby Witt on the Devil Rays, his 1999 team. Witt was signed to the Cleveland Indians in 2000, albeit briefly. While we wanted Diamondbacks, the fact this is the only card of him in Devil Rays uniform is awesome as well. Thank you, Bobby Witt, for all that you've done for the Diamondbacks, and welcome to the collection. Please like and subscribe for more collecting the 2001 Diamondbacks episodes, and as always, this has been Zed Collects, and there is nothing hotter than Arizona baseball.